Yo, what up, what up, what up? Y'all know the deal, man. Like and share, like and share, like and share. So get this thing out everywhere. There's anywhere in the world you be, just be right here with me, the BABGOG. And I appreciate you for pull up on me. What's going on, man? Shout out to everybody in the building. Here we go, man. Now, yesterday we talked about this increased cases of deletions, right? And strangely enough, black women are out here banging the black men are killing us, and black women aren't safe. Um, uh, Drum again, right? Listen, man, less than 1% of black men perpetrate um domestic violence against women. There are 1 million, just over a million documented cases per year, right? 1 million. It's 347 million people. Maybe even be more now. Is it 360 or is it still 340? Let me see. Let me see. Total U.S. population 340. So as of 2024, it's 340 million people, right? Okay. There are, and don't take my word for it. Let me share it to my screen. So I don't know what the disparity is or how they get I guess this is what people say it. Okay, so this is what I say. And this is another thing with domestic violence, bro. Listen, and yeah, I'm gonna talk about. Shout out to the brother that sent me the information about the girl that lied on the man over in the UK. Right. This is another thing too. We how many domestic violence cases have we seen in divorce court? Right. How many domestic violence cases have we seen in custody court? There's never been one call, one claim, one documentation of domestic violence, being abused physically, any of these different things. But as soon as you get before that judge, this nigga motherfucking Mike Tyson, Muhammad Ali, John Jones, and every nigga that's done hit something in life professionally. Okay. All right. Now, right here it says, while the specific total cases per year isn't available, in 2023, more than 10 million people experienced domestic violence in the U.S. And the Bureau of Justice Statistics reported 1,164,540 incidents of domestic violence in the U.S. for that year. So how the fuck are you gonna say it's 10 million cases if it's? I guess those are so. Let me see. Those are the convictions. I guess, right? I don't know. So even if we go with the 10 million, right? 3 million would be 10%. Most of that times three, you're looking at what, 9%, a little bit over, let's say 10%, right? Right. So 10% of all the people, and people includes children. Okay, this ain't just adults. That's men, women, and children. Any family, what's the name, is a domestic violence case. By the way, domestic violence isn't only men to women or intimate partners. It can be children. It can be mothers. It can be fathers. It can be cousins. It can be any person that's cohabitating and you have an issue, right? I think they said, remember the soccer lady that got a domestic violence charge because she beat up her sister and her nephew, I think. I think her name was Hope something. Am I right? Hope something. She was the goalie for USA women's soccer team, and she ended up getting a domestic violence charge because she beat up her sister and her nephew. Either way, you get the point. It's crazy how black women are on this campaign right now when we just had fucking Sha'Carri Richardson beat her boyfriend up on tape in an airport, right in front of fucking TSA. Okay, on tape, and then try to lie on him and say that she, of course, anytime that a woman is facing caught with domestic violence, first thing, what's she gonna say? When she caught beating on a nigga, what's the first thing she gonna say? Not that he started. He beat me too. He be hitting on me at home. I got evidence. I got pictures. I got scars. I got bruises. That's what Sha'Carri Richardson said. First thing she said, "Oh, he beat me. Yeah, so, he be beating on me at home." Listen, man. Black women suffer more domestic violence because black women start more domestic violence. That's not what I think. That's what the numbers say. Where's that? Hold on, let me find it. And how do we know? Again, my video went viral. Again, somebody fucking the video I posted. Remember the video I posted of the of the dudes getting punched in the face? That YouTube fucking flagged all of a sudden. Look at this shit, man. Chicago couple was arrested on suspicion of domestic violence. Both said to the officers nothing happened. And another one. Motherfucker was like, this was wild. Motherfucker was like, who won? Again, not celebrating this shit or nothing, but that nigga didn't beat himself up. Everybody remember what happened in Color Purple, right? Beat her. Shit didn't go the way he thought it was gonna go. Beat her. And Miss Sophia motherfucking said, where's that? Damn, where my shit at, man? Hold on. Oh, Miss Sophia said,
you want it to be one way.
What?
You want it to be one way.
Man, I don't
You want
know
it to
you...
be one
Man,
way.
stop! Stop saying that.
But it's the other way.
It's the other way, goddamn. It ain't the way it's going. It ain't gonna go the way you think it's gonna go. All right. What the fuck? What the hell is this? Wait. I'm lost. What the fuck going on here? Right? What happened? I didn't. Did I unshare it? I don't know. Maybe I did. But clearly, man, hold on. Let's take a look at this, man. This nigga didn't win. Okay. All right. Both of his eyes more closed than one. Okay. This nigga whole fucking white of his eye red. Now, again, I'm not celebrating, promoting, or condoning domestic violence. I'm not condoning nobody putting hands on nobody. Everybody should keep their hands to themselves. What I'm saying is this, though. When we start getting into the numbers and we start actually looking into this, as to how the things happen, right? What you come to find is, in a lot of these cases, these men are simply protecting themselves. Okay. Now again, look at all this shit they do, man. All the shit they make up to, domestic violence rates by gender and ethnicity. Percentage of people who have experienced intimate partner violence, rape, or stalking in their lives. Multiracial women, American Indian, Black women, Hispanic women, white women. Okay. Okay. In their lives. That's another thing that they do. When you talk about this in your life shit, this is mostly reported. Okay. These are claims. These are the fucking, because there's no way you keep track of all more than half of fucking mixed women. How would you know that? Of all mixed women in existence, over half of them have experienced fucking some form of domestic violence. Come on, man. Get the fuck out of here, man. Stop it. American Indian women, Black women, Hispanic women, white women. So even in this case, Black women, you got two classes of women over you. Right? Black men, third on the list. Also, you just flip the Indians and the what's name. These motherfucking Pocahontas be whooping on fucking on on Running Bull, man. Pocahontas don't be playing that shit. American Indians, there's only 3% of them. Okay? Only 3% of them. Multiracial, Black are the same. So mixed niggas, right? White and Hispanic last. Now, it's interesting, this whole Hispanic thing, because we know in their culture, whooping is authorized. Whooping on women is authorized in Hispanic culture or Latino culture. It's part of it. Okay? Domestic violence rates by gender and sexuality. Bisexual women, lesbian women, bisexual men, straight women, straight men. So, wow, again, the women are not even the top of the list, but somehow Black women, you're not motherfucking getting more abused than the lesbian women or the bisexual women or even the bisexual men. What's going on here? Which is crazy to me. Bisexual men is like not existent, but hey, they got the list on here. And at the bottom of the list is the brotherfuckers. So I don't understand how. So what does this tell you, right? So let's just do the math, right? So straight men only deal with women. Gay men only deal with men. Bisexual men, even though we don't believe in those, okay, deal with both men and women. And look at the exponential jump from straight men to bisexual men. Okay. And look at the exponential jump from gay men to bisexual men. Well, what? Why are you saying gay is bisexual? Because they know they gay. They fuck them anyway. We know this. How many gay dudes we done seen get kids out here, man? They love fucking these brotherfuckers. But I digress. Now look at this. Look, straight women, 35%, jumps up exponentially to 44%, right? Almost 10%. And then bisexual women jumps all the way to 61%. So what's the common denominator here? When you add women to the fucking mixture, you get an exponential jump. The women are the violent ones. No ifs, ands, buts about it. Okay? I know by the scientific method you can't really say that, but come on, bro. Let's be fucking real. Correlation and fucking causation. When you look at the situation where it's only the fucking men and women involved, look at how much it spikes. Okay? Once you add fucking women to the mix. Straight women that only deal with men, 20 is 35%. Once women get added into the motherfucking equation, the shit jumps to 61. Lesbian women, only women, is higher than straight women. So what are we doing here? Why are black women not talking about? And remember, black women overrepresent in the LGBT community. So black women, why aren't y'all having this campaign about these bulldaggers beating on and killing up their fucking girlfriends? Huh? Hmm? Nah, they getting tough on domestic violence in Latin America. Cops popping up, restraining orders, everyone going to jail until they figure it out. Oh shit, I know that. Okay. Remember, keep telling y'all, man. Anything that will harm and hurt the image of the black man, bro, black women are with it. They're gonna perpetuate it. They're gonna talk about it. They're gonna sing it from the fucking rooftops. Even when there are things that are clearly more dangerous. Even there are things that are clearly more affecting their lives negatively, right? Shout out to my man G for the show feed, brother, for the 10 for the win. Appreciate you, good brother. Ain't nothing but some money. Show feed, appreciate you, brother. Yeah, come on, man. Hit the like button, bro. Hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. The like button's free. Again, it said right here, bro. Listen. Hey, you know, hey, Carlisle beat me to it, bro. You know what it is. She was a gorilla pimp. Among groups in the United States, black women and Native American and Alaskan women report the highest rates of intimate partner violence perpetration. Perpetration. Listen, meaning they whooping niggas' ass. Okay. Again, if you're the highest perpetrator of it, of course you're going to be the highest receiver. Because in a lot of these cases, what does that mean? These men aren't just hauling off and whooping on the bitch. Now, again, I am not condoning this. I'm not supporting it. I'm not saying it's okay. What I'm saying is no one talks about the other side of the situation. And they seem like niggas just waiting to motherfucking knock a bitch head through between the washer and dryer, as they say. No. Ray Rice, anyone? We saw what happened with Ray Rice. Hell, Quavo. Jay-Z. The worst place to be as a black man is in a fucking elevator with a black woman. Am I lying? Nigga, the most unsafe fucking place for a black man is an elevator with a fucking black woman. Nobody want to talk about that shit, though. Oh, my God, but Diddy did to Cassie was so barbaric and this, oh, my God. I'm surprised she lived. Listen, man, I am not condoning that shit, but Cassie stayed after that. That's all I'm going to say. She stayed. She had money. She had resources. She had support. She had all this shit. Cassie said, hey, I'm willing to take these motherfucking beatings as long as I still got access to this motherfucking lifestyle. And no, I do not sympathize with, no, I don't do it. Nope, because if you can leave eventually, you can leave initially. I tell any and every woman that come to me talking about, so, oh my God, he put his hands on me. Well, you leaving? Because we ain't leaving. I ain't nothing I can do for you. I don't know why you're talking to me about it. If you're not gonna leave him today, I don't need you talking to me about the shit, shawty. Either you gonna get tired or he gonna get tired or one of y'all gonna die. That's usually the outcome. Somebody get tired or somebody dies. That's what it is in domestic violence. When we have this proof, again, listen, you see it. Black women and Native American Alaskan women report the highest rate of intimate partner violence perpetration. Meaning they doing the whooping, they doing the beating. When it makes sense for, you know. Let's listen to this right here, man. This is from an expert on where's that? Here we go. See, listen, man. I told y'all there was an overcorrection. There was an overcorrection to the treatment that women were receiving in society, especially when when it came to violence and shit. It was a minority of them. Okay, it's never been a case where the majority of men were just out here beating on bitches, bro. Even if it was commonplace, most men weren't fucking involved in that shit, dog. It just wasn't. You have some, even when it was okay. Just like when it was okay for, a lot of different other things, bro. Like I said, not everybody partook in the bullshit. But it helps support the narrative and make fucking men these villainous, barbaric, violent, dangerous, worse than the bear. Let's learn something, man.
On Record podcast at the law firm I work for, Newberg and Partners. So if you're not a subscriber, go check it out at least on Sunday, where we have a longer discussion. But in the meantime, Don, we've known each other for a long time, and you're an amazing person to know. So I want you to tell people about what you do.
Well, I'm retired and I try to do as little as possible, but I have done in the past the following. I once upon a time got drawn into developing a training program for police that required improved domestic disturbance skills. So I started out teaching police how to intervene when they got a 911 call for a domestic disturbance, including heavy emphasis on police safety. I watch these things on television where cops walk up the door all the time and stand right in front of the door. You don't do that for what should be obvious reasons. You stand.
Yeah, man. Listen. Y'all remember the video when the girl, for some reason or somehow, went back to the house with the police to get her shit, and nigga came in the door busting, shot one of the cops. They ended up killing him, but I think he shot. No, he definitely for one. He shot one. One was bleeding on cam, on body cam. I think he shot the other one, but he was good to go. I think he caught his vest.
The side knock on the door. Anyway, so we got the police trained, and in those days we were training the police largely to get abusive couples into social workers or psychologists or some medical professionals. There wasn't a heavy emphasis on arrest. That came in the early 90s. I started doing this by the
Now again, he's telling you before the 90s, there wasn't this thing on lock somebody ass up. It was, hey, let's figure out what difficulties you guys are having. Why is this violence occurring? We know in the 80s, it was still, that was before the big divorce boom, right? So you're gonna stay together, you're gonna raise the kids, you're gonna, be a family and all these different things. So we need to figure out how to make this work and see what's going on. So y'all not beating the hell out of each other, or he's not beating the hell out of her, or she's not beating the hell out of him. Pre-90s.
way in 1980. Actually, in the 70s was the police training. So for a long time, there was this pre-arrest policy of getting.
By the way, don't be too much because you look very young. So.
Oh, well, yeah, I'm not. I mean, I'm the same age as Joe Biden and Mick Jagger. So Jagger led a rougher life than I did. And Biden, I don't know. Anyway.
No, it's amazing. And when you talk, it's very clear how long you've been doing this, because you just spread off all this data and statistics and stuff. Just like most people would have to read it, but it's just off the top of your head. You've done this so long and you know this stuff so well. It's amazing just to listen to you. So sorry to interrupt. Go ahead.
When you're teaching it, year after year after year, some of these studies get embedded in your brain. Even though you can't remember your best friend's name from the day before, you remember all the data for the study. Anyway, what happened was this. I mean, we got the police trained, and that was all well and good. But then people started to feel, well, we need something more. What do we do with these couples? Because an assault is an assault, even if it happens between intimates.
Just make it clear. You said we got the police trained. So what was wrong with what they were doing, and how did you?
They didn't know what to do. They didn't know how to handle a domestic disturbance. They said, it's social work. We have to go in and deal with people with high emotion. There's feelings involved. This is not police work. So it was changing their mindset as to it was police work, because there was a risk of injury and there was some danger involved. So we had Doug Campbell was a progressive judge in Vancouver in those days. He was willing to set up a new domestic assault therapy program so that men could actually be, and it was all about men in those days. Nobody thought anything about female assault. Men who were convicted could go to therapy instead of going to jail or doing nothing, or being let out their own recognizance and told not to do it again. A lot of good that would do. Anyway, so then I started doing a therapy program with a fellow called Dale Trimble. We've both been trained as group therapists, and through the same system, it's something called Cold Mountain here in BC. And we believed that the idea of having a dozen guys all at once in a group setting for 16 weeks was a useful way to proceed, and which I think it was. Now we built into that some learning modules, and some of that learning comes out of what is now called cognitive behavioral therapy, having to do with emotion regulation and attachment, et cetera, et cetera. And we've built in some learning about abuse and what it was and why it was a bad thing. But there was also a group process going on in the group. The surprising thing about these groups was they were not filled with woman haters. This wasn't true. Guys who expressed sort of negative generic statements about women sort of routinely were confronted in the group by the other men in the group. It's just a myth that what is not a myth is that some men were assaulted despite their own values, despite their own attitudes, and they didn't fully understand why they'd done what they'd done.
So again, man, listen. Everybody always focuses on the men and where the men fuck up, and when the men are violent, and when the men are abusive, and when the men are this, and when the men are that, and men. You gotta fix the men. You gotta fix the men. Listen. If you only fix one side of something that's dual-sided, it's not fixed. I'll say this again for the fucking smart people. Like, listen, if only one side of something is working, okay, and it takes two halves to make a whole, it's broken. All right? It's still broke. It may be able to operate at half capacity, but that motherfucker got a discrepancy. We call it a math. It got a math on it. Let you know, hey, this motherfucker gonna work, but it ain't gonna work how it's supposed to work, right? Because this part of it is broken. When you niggas keep talking about the men, and you never ever mention the women, and you keep saying the men gotta fix it, the men gotta fix it, the men gotta fix it, the men gotta fix it. That shit makes absolutely zero sense. None. In a system, in a fucking machine, in a unit, in anything to where it takes two parts to work together for it to work correctly. This shit is not the fucking 1940s. This is not the 1800s. It's 2025 where the women are saying they don't need the men and they can provide for themselves and they can this and they can that and all this other shit, right? But at the same time, the human race has to keep going. We got to have kids, which means we need to have families, which means the men and the women got to be able to work together, live together, love each other, care about each other, not beat the shit out of each other, not be violent, but the men. That's literally how it makes no sense, bro. Women are adults, just like men are adults. You are held to standards. You have responsibilities. You have expectations. So when dumbass niggas keep talking about the men, all right, bro. We'll see how that works out for you. Because all that does is give the women to say, well, it's the men's fault. The men are bad leaders. the men didn't make me do something I didn't want to do in the first place, and he wasn't man enough to make me do it. He didn't make me fall into my femininity, so I just did what the fuck I want to do, and now everything's fucked up, and the man needs to fix it. See how stupid that shit is, bro? I may not didn't save it, but either Dr. Tierson Johnson or BGS showed a stat from this 1960 that showed black women were unaliving black men at a higher rate than black men were unaliving them. Man, listen, bro. Listen, dog. I know for a fact some of them old ladies, some of them old women, bro. Hell on wheels.
Part of
It's interesting because my experience with men is that men are desperate for female approval. That this other stuff. But yeah, like there's a great song is "What is a Man Without a Woman?" You know, like and most guys that I encounter, like they trust men to help them with certain things because men are movers and shakers. But really, what they want, most men, what I find is most men actually want female approval.
Yeah, I don't know. Doesn't ring with me, but maybe there's guys like that. I mean, I'm always wary of generalizations. All men are like.
No, I get what you're saying. Like that's one of the problems is that there's a lot of comments being said about what men are like and what women are like, and really we're all individuals, right?
Well, there's just so much individual variation in any major group.
But doesn't that play into most of the paradigm that we're facing in terms of policy and stuff like that, where they make?
Yo, what up, fam? Listen, bro. I don't know if y'all I remember this shit, bro. Distinctly. I'll never forget it. The hottest shit I ever felt in my life, bro, was fucking we had made some Eggo waffles or some shit, right? I was a kid. So, you want hot syrup, you want warm syrup. Put the motherfucking syrup on the Eggo, threw the shit in the microwave for about 30 seconds, whatever the fuck. When I tell you my thumb, when I went to pick the plate up, touch that fucking syrup, nigga. And I don't know what napalm is like, but I think I learned that day. That's the hottest shit I ever felt in my fucking life. And you couldn't get it off because it's fucking, burning, bubbling fucking sugar. Grits. Nigga, you know how long you got to let the grits sit in the motherfucking bowl to cool off when they fresh out the pot? You can that shit melt butter instantly, melt cheese instantly. You know how long it take to melt cheese, nigga? So imagine a hoe throwing motherfucking grits on a nigga. That's why Al Green saved now. He turned his life over to the Lord instantly. Jesus. He could do nothing but call on God. A bitch throw some hot grits on. Listen, man. For one, that's diabolical. I got something for your ass. You sitting there minding your business and the bitch hit you. Get up dancing like James Brown and shit. Come on, man. What are we doing, man? Why y'all keep talking about Tyler? Did Tyler Perry make a joke about burning grits or hot grits or something? I'm missing something. I don't remember Tyler Perry having anything with the hot grits. I'm confused. What am I? I'm missing the joke, man. Y'all niggas, I'm on the outside loop of the joke. What's up with the hot grit shit in Tyler Perry? What I miss? Everybody talking about hot grits. In his movie, he explained it verbatim. What movie? Oh, he did? I don't. Which Madea was this? I stopped watching the Madea movies. I don't know. Probably after like the third one. Listen, bro. Listen, that shit right there, bro. Listen, nigga. You cast iron can fucking block certain bullets, nigga. A bitch hit me with a motherfucking cast iron anything, bro. Hey, listen. I'm telling you right now. Go ahead and lock me up.
You going to jail. That statement gonna send you to jail.
If out of all the skillets, pots, and pans, and utensils and everything, you pick a cast iron skillet to hit me with,
Bum, 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 bum.
assumptions about men being aggressive and women being generous and emotional and all this other stuff. Like
Yeah, I
most
mean,
of the policies are based on that: women being passive and men being aggressive.
Shout out to her, man. And this is a lawyer, by the way, law clerk, tech help, whatever, right? She's talking to him, and a lot of these policies are built on, and this is why you see states getting away from this, to where the woman is automatically presumed to be the victim. This is why there's a huge disparity, okay, in true domestic violence numbers when it comes to men. For one, don't nobody want to be the nigga that's getting his ass whooped by his old lady, right? And two, even if you are, right, the cop's not gonna take you serious. The DA not gonna take you serious. Oh, did she kill you? Did she shoot you? Did she do any of these things? For a man, even the violence that has to be, the proof of violence and the level of violence has to be so high for the fucking prosecution to take it serious. Again, I did 3 different stories on lesbian women unaliving their girlfriends. Black women didn't say a word about none of that shit. Not a word. One, the girl killed the girl in front of her fucking toddler. Y'all want to talk about niggas though. And right now, motherfucking Julio and Brad are having a motherfucking field day with all these pussy sellers out here.
yeah, and there's a lot of things. I mean, they just don't understand anything about psychology, and I don't think they want to know anything about psychology. I mean, first of all, we look at the incident surveys. If we count the numbers who commit serious assault, by which I mean they do something potentially injurious to another person, like punch them or kick them or worse, it's about 4%. And that's true for.
Now listen, 4%. Serious injury to where, hey, you got to go to the hospital, you got to do something, bruises, marks, whatever. He said 4%. This man's an expert. He's been doing this since, I think he said like the 70s or whatever, right? Dr. Don Dutton. So look him up. Don't take my word for it. Right? Only 4% of serious harm.
Most demographic groups, a little higher for younger groups. It gets up to around 6%. Race doesn't have a huge effect. Gender doesn't have a huge effect. Women, in fact, are more likely than men are to do that. And
he said race doesn't have a huge effect. Gender doesn't have a huge effect. Matter of factly, women are a little bit higher, more prone to do serious injury. Black women, what the fuck you talking about then? Again, something else that's being put on black men specifically that all men do. And black women are completely, totally, purposely leaving out the fact that they are the most violent women. So if men are dealing with the most violent women, again, not substantiating it, not supporting it, not excusing it, just saying that may be a reason why you guys have the highest level of domestic violence. And it's only off by what? When I looked at it, what? The next group, for one, you're not the most. It was Native Americans were over you, right? You're 7 points above Hispanics and 9 points above whites. And black men, on the other hand, are 11 points over white men and 12 points over Hispanic men. So even in comparison of the disparity, black men have a higher disparity in or more than the other two groups compared to y'all. And you're the women, remember? Just saying. Officially? Oh shit. Shout out to Billy Go Grow for the 2. Appreciate you, brother.
Ain't nothing but some money.
Letitia James indicted. Hey man. Ain't no fun when a rabbit got the gun.
the reason for that, I think, is probably pretty simple. That if you look at the studies of sibling violence, you see that for boys who have brawls with their brothers when they're 13 years old, that these things actually taper off by the time they get to 19 because their parents are saying, stop doing this, because the parents are afraid they're going to hurt each other. Girls who have brawls with their sisters, it does not taper off. So at 19, they're just as violent as they were at 13.
Uh-oh. People don't even, I keep telling y'all this, man. America has made all women damsels in distress. Made all women sugar, spice, and everything nice. No woman is capable of being violent. No woman is capable of causing harm. No woman is capable of instigating things. And what happens is, right, when you have this attitude, what do we know? The women take advantage of it fully. This is why a bitch get in a nigga face and what you gonna do, nigga? You ain't gonna do nothing. You ain't gonna do a bitch ass nigga, hoe ass nigga. You know, talk to niggas all kinds of crazy. Put hands on niggas. Why? Because she know the fucking system is in her favor. Outside of video evidence or what she slip up and actually tell the truth about her trying to set a nigga up, bro, he cooked. All the woman has to do is claim it. We've seen cases where these women bruise and abuse themselves, self-inflicted fucking wounds, and then go tell the motherfucking lie and say the man put hands on him. Yeah, Crown Prince. I'm taking physics right now. Niggas don't listen, man. Niggas don't understand psychology. Niggas don't understand fucking science. Don't want to.
It's just the whole thing again about not taking female violence seriously because we don't think they can really hurt each other.
But
Well,
I don't think women take violence seriously because women don't expect to be hit back.
they don't expect to be hit back. Yeah, maybe. I mean, I don't know what the expectations are. I mean, I know what the attitudes are. I mean, in North America, there's just general disapproval of either hitting your partner or even striking your partner back if they've hit you. And that's true for both men and women. I mean, it's not normatively accepted at all, despite what the early functionalist sociologists said about it being normative and, it was all the patriarchy and everybody was trying to support it. That was all nonsense, just complete academic nonsense by people who didn't know anything about the groups they were writing about, except numbers on a page. That's all they knew. And I had the misfortune of getting into polemical debates with 2 or 3 of these guys, and they just didn't even want to know about the evidence. So
Polemical debates.
yeah.
Does that anymore? Yeah. This is one of the problems I think we're facing is that everybody's moving from polemical debates and having actual debates into being such ADHD kind of focused TikTok subscribers. Where
TikTok is fucking what's I always get the name of that shit. What's the name of the shit? The Kevin Samuels hate fucking app. What was the name of it? Clubhouse. TikTok is fucking Clubhouse on steroids, bro. And I don't even understand it, nigga. Bro, y'all know how I'm live for like a couple hours? Bro, these bitches will be on fucking TikTok all fucking day. All day. Crazy. Shout out to LaSalle. I work as a bouncer on the weekends. 2 weeks ago, a woman had a woman slap me. Mind you, I'm 6'2", 240 with a bulletproof vest and tool on me. The entitlement, the fact that she knew I couldn't do anything back was wild. Listen, man, I hope y'all had female security, bro, and she did her so dirty. I believe women that for real that do shit like that, bro, for real. That's why I say, bro, I got me a motherfucking bull dagger on standby and payroll. Bitch, do something to me if you want to. Oh, listen, man, Earl, it ain't even that. So, Earl, they've turned the women from being damsels into distress to fucking being superheroes, to being able to whoop niggas like my man LaSalle. Bitches can whoop niggas like me now in the movies.
There's no depth.
The attention span is so short now that
Shout out to them for this, man. Listen, I keep telling y'all, man, listen, bro, we are I don't know how many years away from idiocracy being real life, but it's coming soon. All of this shit, man, is to purposely kill attention spans. If that shit's longer than motherfucking 90 seconds, niggas do not want to hear it. Niggas do not want to watch it. Niggas do not want to listen to it. Niggas ain't trying to learn nothing. Niggas want to get that dopamine rush. They want to be entertained. They want to motherfucking laugh and swipe to the next one.
this is why I love doing these kind of long form interviews, because really people need to focus and really turn their mind. If they think they care about something, turn their mind to it and learn about it. And that's what's so amazing about you, is like, all this stuff. So
shout out to this good white woman, man, that's giving a lot of good life advice. People, listen, man, don't fall into the trap of, just everything being fun and you not learning shit. Okay, you as a fucking adult, bro, are supposed to have something in your head between them ears other than air. Okay, and nowadays, bro, you can literally just, flood yourself with information and learn shit. You don't gotta go and take hours and hours of research to go find the book, to read the book, to whatever. You can literally fucking go on YouTube and do an audio book or listen to it or get step-by-step things, just so on and so forth, get visual learning so you can learn how to do some shit. Bro, again, please be informed. Learn as much as you can possibly learn, man. Never fucking turn your brain off, dog. Never do that shit. Spaces, that shit be wild. Bitch be motherfucking 4'11", 87 pounds, and she just hit a nigga with a Bruce Lee punch, and he out for the count. Shout out to my man Alpha J for the $9.99 for the 10, brother, for the win. I greatly appreciate you, good brother. Ain't nothing but some money. Salute to you too, man. I greatly appreciate you, man.
What do you think? And I know this is a big question. What do you think is the most important thing for people to focus on right now?
Focus on? You mean policymakers or Joe back home, or
well, do all of them? Do all of them? Because I know focusing on for various people is like different in what they should focus on. There's the general public needs to focus on keeping themselves sane, but the policymakers also need to focus on, and this is where you come in. Policymakers need to focus on real data. They don't need to focus on advocacy groups that are out there saying, "Oh, women are victims" or whatever, right?
Listen, man, shout out to her, and I'm glad she's running point on this again. All of this fucking shit that you get, right? Like, it's another site I'm looking at. I got up right now. Equal mutual violence isn't real. Mutual violence is a myth. Lesbian domestic violence is a myth. Bro, they'll do anything to fucking protect women, dog. And again, that's why you have to start looking into this shit. Feminism is literally destroying society, dog. The world, actually. This "I'm woman, hear me roar" shit. This all men are bad. Men need to fucking start locked up and then work their way out. Men are only supposed to, do what women need a man to do. Bro, all this shit is fucking completely insane. It's eroding fucking the foundation of human existence. And this shit needs to be fucking reeled in real fucking quick, bro. Real quick. Yeah. I'm gonna talk about that in this.
They need to focus on real data.
Advocacy groups obviously serve a function, but in the course of serving that function, they have to get more simplistic and more strident, and they feel they have to do these things in order to be heard. The problem is the simplistic part, and there's so much policy and, in fact, even psychological theory written on interviews with battered women in women's shelters as though they generalize to the entire population. It's ridiculous. They don't generalize. They have a different life. They have a different violence pattern in their relationship. That's why they're in the shelter in the first place.
Thank you. Listen, Every woman is not the fucking woman in the fucking battered woman shelter. Every woman is not the woman going to the fucking emergency room because her fucking collarbone got broke. Every woman is not the fucking woman that's experiencing the worst of fucking, that's why I say, man, women are saying words of violence now. Oh my God, he verbally abused me. He emotionally abused me. He financially abused me. So domestic violence is just simply abuse between, especially intimate partner violence. How many fucking ways can a woman claim that a man is, perpetrated domestic violence against her? He was emotionally abusive. He was verbally abusive. Financially abusive. Damn, he didn't go oops upside your head? No, but he cussed me out. He called me a bitch. Well, were you being a bitch? This is one of the things I'll never forget, man. My ex, we had an argument about something. And I'm like, yo, you being a bitch right now. Like, yo, chill out. Don't call me no bitch. I didn't say you were a bitch. I said you're being a bitch. God damn it. Are you being a bitch? Are you being a bitch right now? Yes. All right, then. Stop being a bitch. Shout out to her for admitting that she was being a bitch. She didn't agree, most of the time. But when I actually, you get into the shit or whatever, we, arguments and like, yo, you see what you're doing? Come on. Are you being a bitch right now? Okay. Yeah, spaces. That's a new one. That's not spiritually. Not spiritually abusing. That's crazy. Spiritually is crazy. Dino, is 8 forms of domestic violence now? Are you serious? 8? What did I miss? Dino, could you list them for us, please, brother? There are 8 forms of domestic violence now. Could you list the 8 forms, brother? Could you put a list of it down in the chat for us? That's crazy, man. That's Andre. You paying for everything, but you ain't paying enough. It's crazy, dog. It's crazy. He didn't give me enough money.
This is crazy, baby. This is crazy.
Hey, man, I hope they motherfucking lock her ass away for the whole 30 years.
It's called selective sampling. Anybody who's trained in social sciences knows you're not supposed to do that, but they do it routinely. It's crazy. And our policies are crazy for that very reason. They're based on this false structure. What they need to do is to figure out, just throw out these quasi-political models and pay some attention to the psychology of perpetrators and victims. I mean, if you don't do that, the law's not going to work. Just basically, it's not going to work. I mean, it's false psychology. It's going to fail. And that includes, so that means, first of all, they've got to pay more attention to couple interaction because 50% of all domestic violence is bilateral. So they've got to look at that. You can't just treat one
Now, when
person.
you say bilateral, I know what that means.
Match the level of severity.
I know what that means, but can you explain it a little bit further for people who are watching and don't know much about it?
Typically, it means people get caught in a coercion trap. They get into an argument with their spouse, and I'm right, no, I'm right, no, I'm right, and the emotions get higher and higher and higher. Nobody can back off, and so finally it gets to the push and shove or worse, physical stage. And somebody gets hit, the police get called, and when this happens, 85% of the time, the man gets arrested. At least that's what Deborah says.
And I don't want to give away too much because we have another discussion coming up on the podcast about the extreme situation of the state that men find themselves arrested.
Yeah, man. Hold on. We're going to pause this real quick. Shout out to my man Dino for this. This is crazy, dog. This is crazy, bro. Hold on, what just happened? Yeah. Share this real quick. This is the power and control wheel. Physical violence, sexual violence, using coercion and threats, using intimidation, using emotional abuse. So we did cover emotional abuse. using isolation, minimizing, denying, and blaming. Damn, blaming is abuse. And look at all this shit that says her. All this is for the woman. Using children, making her feel guilty about the children. How many women are keeping the fucking children from the dad? Fuck. Using male privilege, using economic abuse, financial abuse, as we said. Bro, this is crazy, dog. Her. All this shit says her. None of this. Are you fucking kidding? Bruh, this is crazy. National Domestic Violence Hotline. This is the domestic violence hotline for the fucking country, and everything is where the woman is the victim only. Bro, this shit is crazy. Bro, listen, dog. Until this shit gets fixed, bro, it's only gonna get worse. Yeah, that's not that's you forcing her and coercing her. You're demanding sex, so now I guess that would be male privilege in demanding and expecting sex from your wife.
But this is all created on policy because they've heard from groups that presented fake science, right?
Well, they
Again, shout out to them, man. Most of this domestic violence shit, bro, is propagandized, fucking manipulated numbers. Especially when black women are talking about the shit, right? Remember the shit they talking about? A black woman is killed. 3 black women are killed every 5 minutes or some shit, and they use 1 year, like the highest year to motherfucking support the shit as the data. When we know shit, let me see. I think let me see. All of this shit that talks you 6 times more likely, and they're talking about times more likely than another group of women, right? Propaganda, bullshit. And again, that's the case because white women outnumber black women by what? Got to be the same rate. What, 5 to 1, right? So that 5 times more white women than black women. So what you have in a smaller pool, of course your numbers are going to be much higher. That's why I say you can't trust none of this shit, man. It's just fucking Jesus fucking Christ, bro. What year is this? 2023. Of the 12,276 black homicide victims, 10,464, 85.2% were male, and 1,812, 14.8% were female. Guns were used against 88% of all male black homicide victims and 74% of all black female homicide victims. The black male homicide victimization rate 46.1 per 100,000 was more than 4 times the overall male victimization rate. Okay. So basically, this is a racial problem across the board. It's still what 85 to 14 is what? That's like 6 times. Nah, that's too much. Nah, that'll be right on the button. Well, we just call it 15, I guess, but whatever. So at least 5 times more black men killed than black women. What are we talking about? Y'all not looking at that either. So we have a higher rate of violence across the board, higher than everybody else. More racial than fucking gender. But nobody want to talk about that because that goes against the narrative. Black women got to be victims. Black men got to be violent. Black men got to hate black women.
I don't even know to what extent they presented science. I mean, you look at some of the original, the sort of the origins of, feminist thinking. Look at Lenore Walker's work, for example. There was no no science in there. I mean, there were
early feminist shit was just propaganda, bro. No science at all. Opinionated. What was the lady name? Bell Hooks. Bell fucking Hooks. Any woman that's a fucking fan, a student, hey man, leave that bitch be. Leave her be. Shout out to Jesse Lee. Appreciate your brother for the 2. Is it racial if the ratios start adding up? Yeah, it's more racial than gender. That's what I'm saying. It's a racial thing across the board. Black people have higher homicide rates than everybody. So the women are going to track just like the men tracks. And actually, shit, let me go back. What was it? Let's see. The black homicide rate is 4 times the overall national homicide victimization rate. The black male homicide victimization rate is more than 4 times the overall male victimization rate. The black female homicide victimization rate is nearly 3 times the overall female victimization rate. So we're still getting killed more across the board than the black women. What are we talking about? Period. It's just all raises. It all tracks because of the it's a racial problem, intra-racial issue of not giving a fuck about each other and killing everybody. What are we talking about? The JT listen, it's never gonna happen. Shout out to Media Man. Media Man was doing one of the Chronicle things where he's going back and actually remember how these listen, man. Shout out to Media Man, bro. Remember how these hoes said, where were the TV shows? Shitting on black men. Media Man went and found all the archives. This nigga dug in the archives and found all the shows. Montel Williams, Sally Jesse Raphael, Ricky Lake. This nigga went back and found all the shows that had the topic shitting on niggas. They swear we just make this shit up. Like, I remember seeing these topics as a kid. The deadbeat black father. Donahue. Geraldo.
a few random.
No, wait, Lenore Walker, she's the person who actually created the whole battered woman syndrome thing, right?
Yeah, she had no science to base it on, basically. I mean, in fact, 20 years after she wrote.
Hold on. We go listen to this now. Listen to this. It's very important because if it's false for the white women's,
there was no no science in there. I mean, there were a few random.
No, wait, Lenore Walker, she's the person who actually created the whole battered woman syndrome thing, right?
Yeah, she had no science to base it on. Basic.
battered woman syndrome is based on no science. It is feminist propaganda to make men the bad guys and make women perpetual victims all the time. Derek said it. Now, am I saying, of course, that no black woman gets abused? No, that's not what I'm saying. But this fucking bullshit as to where black men are just oh so much more violent and black women are suffering far more than everybody else and all this other, all of that shit is propagandized, bro. Most importantly, again, factoring in black women have the highest rate of domestic violence fucking perpetration also, right behind Native Americans. But Native Americans only make up 3% of the fucking population. So what are we talking about? And why y'all only talking about the men when, again, the women, relationships with women have higher domestic violence? Some dumbass one of the motherfuckers talking about, oh, bisexual women have the highest. Okay, what changes, you fucking idiot? When the women are dealing with men, it's lower than motherfucking the lesbians. Now you add in the men and you dealing with women, it jumps up to the highest fucking level. What does that tell you? The women are usually jealous, right? The women are usually fucking having this issue because, especially when it's a bull dagger, she trying to be a nigga and you fucking a real nigga. Right? She rocks and rolls. But are black women killing alarming numbers of black men, or are black men killing off each other? Well, of course, black men, as all men, kill each other more, but black women kill the most men of any group of women. So it's kind of a both are true if you really want to look at that. In comparison to other women, black women are the most violent. So are we talking about, I mean, black men are killing, more men, just like white men are killing more men, and Hispanic men, and so on and so forth. Men kill more men across the board. But what we really want to talk about and get into it, I mean, if we was looking at homicides, I'm pretty sure black women would be like way higher than even that. So just saying. Yeah, and then that too. Yeah, let's not even get into the kids aspect of it.
I mean, in fact, 20 years after she wrote that, Diane Follingstad wrote a chapter for the Handbook of Forensic Psychology and reviewed all the empirical studies that had been done on the battered woman syndrome. She found one, and I was the person who did it. There's been the only empirical study that had ever been done. Now, that's not to say, I've done 2 battered woman cases. One I did for the defense on the basis of the battered woman, and it was a textbook case. I mean, absolutely. And the other one was clearly malingered. I did it in Colorado, and this woman who shot her husband in the back and had
malingering, for you people that don't know, that's a term where you're faking injury. Okay, malinger means pretty much a false claim of injury in a medical standpoint. That was actually a charge you could get in the military for UCMJ. That's how I know what malingering means.
happened to be the beneficiary of the insurance policy, said she was a bad woman, except the night before she shot him in the back, she was out partying with the Hells Angels. So there were a few little issues like that didn't.
Well, and I have a video on this case of Dahlia DiPolito, who hired a hitman to kill her husband, and the guy freaked out, and then he told the police, and so she ended up hiring a policeman to kill her husband. And
Is that the one in the Maritimes some time ago?
It was down in Florida, I think.
Okay, well, because there was one in the Maritimes several years ago. There was same thing. They had her on camera, getting an RCMP guy to put a hit on her.
She's like, "I'm 5,000% sure I want you to do this," because the officer's saying, once it's done, it's done, right?
Yeah.
Didn't know as an officer.
Yeah.
He's like, "Are you sure you want to do this?" She's, "I'm 5,000% sure."
So, the bottom line is it can happen, or someone can be malingering it, and it's got to be a case by case thing in court. I mean, the idea that people can come in with these broad group generalizations like gender and just say, well, we don't even need courts anymore because women always tell the truth and men never do.
Believe all women is dead, bro. Believe all women shit is should be something to where if that's the case should be thrown out immediately. Now, of course, I'm not saying that all women lie. There are women that are clearly fucking victims of abuse at some way, shape, form, or fashion. But as he keeps stating, there are way too many of these cases to where the women are clearly lying for the sake of fucking personal gain or for the sake of revenge or whatever, right? I'm gonna pull up this case of y'all. I'm gonna show y'all this case, and then the cops. Listen, man, this is why I say, bro, I am not back the blue or any of this shit. Cops a necessity, but I'm not no motherfucking cop dick rider by any shape, form, or fashion. Okay, they're good cops, they're bad cops. I think a lot of the shit that people do, like especially like the conniving shit, bro, there's no need for that. Tricking people into shit, I think that's super duper fucked up. Right? But I'm gonna show y'all this case of this dude, man. It's crazy. This was the white people, of course. And that's what I'm saying. Listen, man, the shit that happened to niggas is crazy, right? But white boys got some crazy ass stories. You guys remember the kid to where the girl, the boy was on trial for the girlfriend said he kidnapped her, branded her, and forced her to do some wild, crazy shit or whatever, so on and so forth, right? The family going crazy. They spending hella money for defense and all this other shit and blah, right? And the girl's in court, she crying, she got the stuff, she got the picture showing the branding and all this other shit. The son is denying it, He's like, I didn't do it. Lo and behold, the stupid bitch named a random date to where the mom had evidence of the whereabouts of the son. They were in church. The mom was luckily able to pull up the fucking picture and prove that he was there on the date that she claimed all the wild and crazy shit happened. But they $10,000s of dollars in on motherfucking court fees and lawyer fees. You think they saw any of that money back? You think the bitch got fucking prosecuted?
I mean, absurd, totally absurd.
Well, I think that's a danger actually when because of course I'm working in the criminal defense area right now. Right, I see a lot of this stuff now. I've been doing this for like a number of years. Obviously, working with Justin Newberger, he's been doing it for many more years than me. But this is one of those things. It's like it's constantly a situation where they say, well, women don't lie. Women are they should just be believed, right?
Can anybody say, there's something called the Minnesota Multiphasic Personality Inventory. It has a number of lie scales that are built into it. Those lie scales were developed through broad situational testing of normal people in the population.
Mhm.
And so you establish norms for lying, and you do it for men and women. They're not different. They're the same. I mean,
Oh my God, are you telling me that women lie?
yeah, sorry. Yeah,
That's fascinating.
yeah.
Because, there's been so much hype about how women are spiritual and, they're somehow different than men in some
Yeah.
sort of, really a hierarchical. Women are like this, closer to God, and men are like, trying to work their way up. And this
Yeah, well,
is actually the mentality, despite the whole thing saying, oh, women are, discriminated against. Women are actually seen as here, right? They're normally seen as spiritually superior. So when
yeah,
you
well, I
studies,
did a
do the
case.
studies, what do you find?
I did a case in Seattle where this spiritually superior woman convinced her boyfriend that she was being held down. Her spiritual level was being held down by her family, and she was going to kill them. He could help her do this. He didn't have to, but of course, if he was really a man, he would. and they planned to wipe out her family, which they did on Christmas Eve, all 6 of them.
Oh.
And we wound up pleading folie à deux in court, which is a pretty rare defense, as I'm sure you know.
They're
But
pleading-
you
pleading
have to
so
convince that
that-
someone's conveyed their craziness over to another person. And in this case,
Can you repeat that though? I missed it. You ended up pleading what?
folie à deux.
Okay.
You haven't heard of that one?
No.
Okay, this is a rarely used defense, which means in effect that one person who is defiably mentally deranged convinces a second person that they see the world accurately. So if she's paranoid, she convinces him to be paranoid. Now, it's hard to prove this defense, but we did. And we saved this guy's life, even though he was instrumental in the killing of 6 people. But I mean, to say she put him up to it.
Listen, man. Hey, man. Listen, bro. I don't. Like, his ass should have been for the sake of whatever. Fuck him too. Get him out of here. Uncle Phil his ass in jail for life. Give him some of that good medicine, as they say. Put his ass to sleep. You killed 6 people. Hey, if you that stupid and you can be convinced to do that,
Fuck God!
get him the fuck out of here. Immediately.
Ooh, kill him! Ooh, kill him!
She was brainwashing him 24/7 for a year and a half before he finally said, okay, I'll go along with it. And he just didn't have the mental ability to stand up to her. I mean, he was borderline personality, amongst other things. He couldn't, and she kept threatening she was going to leave him, so he couldn't handle that. And he complied and was her infantryman in her war and her family in order to raise herself to a higher spiritual level.
Wow. Okay, so you have a doctorate in psychology, right?
I do.
And so how does it affect the way you view people around you in the world?
Well, I mean, I think it was okay until I started studying psychopathology, and started knowing more about that. It makes me stay home more.
Listen, man. Listen, man. Listen, I don't have any type of official psychological background. You know, I've done some research, right? Of course, but I just have a natural inkling for, like, understanding people and reading people and whatnot, right? Not on that weird fucking astrological astronomy shit. Just, that's I'm really good at reading like personality types and seeing, like, somebody got something fucking going on, right? Bro, people don't understand just how crazy motherfuckers are, how selfish motherfuckers are, how conniving people are, how diabolical human beings can be, dog. Motherfuckers don't see it. That's how people get fucked over by their friends. That's how niggas get backdoored. This is how a lot of the shit that happen to people happen because they don't know the true natures of fucking human beings, bro. Human beings by nature, bro, you're primal as fuck. Okay? Every motherfucking human wants to just run wild and do what the fuck they want to do. No consequences. When I want it, now and all this shit, dog. You as a fucking human being choose to abide by the rules. You choose to. We choose to do this shit. Okay? That's what the same people do. Hey, man, these rules, I don't want to harm nobody around me and shit, and so on and so forth. It's for the greater good. I'm going to choose to fucking operate in a way that helps the greater good. That's what most people do. There are some motherfuckers out here, though, that operate outside of that shit, and you need to learn how to identify them immediately. The motherfuckers don't give a fuck. The motherfuckers ain't got shit to lose. The motherfuckers that are the crash outs. Yeah, man, you need to learn how to identify them motherfuckers immediately, bro.
Because there's a lot of it out there in the streets and even running for public office, without naming names. Yeah, you can't help but see it. And it kind of, I don't go into crowds anymore. I used to love the Easter be-ins out here on the West Coast, but of course that was a whole different scene. But I don't go into crowds now.
um, I used to think that because circle of things that reinforce what they believe.
Yeah. Yeah, social media has turned out to be disastrous that way. I mean, almost every measure.
You probably think you're sane. I used to think most of the people were just like me, and I assumed everybody was sane. I'm now, as I'm getting, older, I started thinking most people actually have no clue what's going on. They're mostly like caught up more and more, especially with social media. I think they're caught up in their own web and circle of things that reinforce what they believe.
Yeah. Yeah, social media has turned out to be disastrous that way. I mean, almost every measure of psychopathology at a social level has jumped up noticeably with the advent of the cell phone. It's I mean, you name it, it's there. And everything from suicides to attacks on strangers to people just going wacko on airplanes and trying to jump out. It's all been since basically 1999 or thereabouts when we got into smartphones and had our own little world, just bouncing our ideas of the universe back to us and saying, yeah, you're right, yeah, you're right, yeah, you're right. So everybody's got their own little rabbit hole that they can cyber slide down into.
Well, it's a problem that people are attracted to things that tell them they're right.
Yeah.
So they're more likely, you can read like 10 different reports on something, and you're more likely to believe the ones that reinforce the things that you already believe to be.
Yeah, man. Confirmation bias is real and at an all-time high. Nobody wants. That's why I say I love going into hostile territory of fucking fragile-minded, emotional ass niggas and bitches. I love it. Because I'm just being me. These motherfuckers, bro, are obsessed. They mad. I'm fucking their day up. They are really pressed because I'm simply saying something that they don't agree with. They're not intelligent enough to have the fucking conversation or to defeat my logic. It's just that, no, nigga, I'm right, you wrong. Okay. If you say so, dummy. But I'm still keep saying what the fuck I'm saying, right? And you're gonna feel some type of way about it. And you'll be thinking about me when when the internet is even turned off. I won, dumbass nigga, stupid ass bitch. I won. Fuck out of here. This is the story I was talking about, though, y'all. This shit right here, crazy. Let me see. Hold on. Let me recommend that shoot niggas first. Yeah, man, I got 160 likes, man. I need them 30 likes, man. Likes still kill. Hit that like button if you motherfucking will, man. Come on now. 30 likes, bro. 30 clicks is all I need.
Take off, record. Real more shit, man. That's why more bodies, man. Darn more bodies right now, man. That real more shit, man. G up in the building, man.
Hit the like button, man. This is the story I was telling y'all about right here.
Home and attacked her. Is this a joke?
This woman called the cops.
Oh, thank God.
And accused a guy of kicking down her door and assaulting her.
So what happened?
He kicked in the door. I ran. He choked me out.
But there was a minor problem with her story. The suspect has been a paraplegic in a wheelchair for 20 plus years.
How long have you?
This right here, man, again, fuck this cop. And it was a black cop. Fuck him. Fire him, lock him up, throw this nigga, throw him out. That type of police we don't need. This believe all women bullshit. Come on, bro. What the fuck we doing?
Been in your wheelchair?
I was 18.
Since you were 18?
5 years.
But the arresting officer just didn't care, and he attempted to arrest him anyways.
I literally can't. I don't have muscle control. I'm not. Oh my God. Oh my God.
When another officer stepped in and questioned what was happening,
If you're paralyzed, somebody must have made a mistake. Because if the door was kicked in, he didn't kick it in.
he went to
Shout out to OG, man. Shout out to OG. Shout out to the OG, man. And look at this shit. Motherfuckers don't be caring, bro. That's what I said, bro. Listen, you always need somebody that really gives a fuck about their job, bro. And, you know, goes above and beyond at times and actually does what the fuck they're supposed to do. Bro, looking at this shit, bro, this man, like, bro.
his lieutenant.
Don't mean to interrupt your lunch. They got a quadriplegic guy up there.
Paraplegic. Quadriplegic mean you on, you know, you quadriplegic mean you blow into that straw. Okay, paraplegic is just legs. You got your arms. Like quad is nothing. You just neck. All right. No, it's not a skit. It's fucking real fucking life.
Who couldn't be bothered to get up off of his chair, but quickly accused the 100% innocent man who was in fact a paraplegic of lying.
Yeah, but it's phony wash. It's a ruse, man.
So-
I mean, it's an obvious attempt to not to go to jail. So
Yeah.
But he is f***ed up from the waist below.
I've never seen a case where somebody was so clearly innocent and it would take so little work to establish it and nobody was willing to do the work.
Shout out to him, man, for getting this check. I know he got a check. I know he got a bag. They flipped him on his chair too.
Though doesn't happen again to somebody else. In June of 2024, a woman named Catherine Jensen, who is apparently completely insane, called police and reported that this man, Charles Reed, whom she claimed was her ex-boyfriend and they had broken up a few days earlier,
Oh, thank God.
All right, how you doing?
had come to her house, kicked down her door, choked her, and then attempted to steal her car keys.
So what happened?
He kicked in the door. I ran. He choked me out.
She also claimed that he fled on foot.
I guess he took off on foot.
In the body cam footage of that encounter, she apparently told the cops that she did not even want to press charges. Still, though, officers obtained an arrest warrant for Mr. Reed. This
dumbass nigga right here. Oh man, look, you jail for a white man. No, I'm taking up for fucking men in general and fucking stupid ass police that want to be overzealous and not get paid no extra money, not get no fucking nothing, and pursue some shit that don't need to be fucking pursued. This bitch is crazier than motherfucking insane asylum. God damn it. Crazier than the crazy house.
officer named Mark Balot began to communicate with Mr. Reed by email. He basically tricked him into coming to the police station to clear up a case of mistaken identity. But what he really intended to do was to arrest Mr. Reed. When Mr. Reed arrived at the police station on March 20th of
And I'm gonna ask you a couple questions, all right? Great. So you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. You have the right to speak to an attorney.
He said, according to Miss Jensen, you forcefully entered her home and attacked her. Mr. Reed had no idea who she was or what he was talking about.
According to Miss Jensen, on this date, you
befriended this person
about somebody, especially as they're running away on foot.
I guess he took off on foot.
Charles and Catherine did date, but it was more than 20 years ago. They never kept in touch. He's been married for a decade with a newborn. And the day of the alleged attack, Charles says he was at a dinner party with friends.
Did police contact you at all?
No, not at all. Not a single time.
But instead of looking into the situation further or acting on that information, Officer Balot instead handcuffed and attempted to arrest Mr. Reed, which ended up with Mr. Reed falling out of his wheelchair and onto the ground.
I truly have no idea who that is. Like,
I understand you say you haven't been here, but unfortunately, you do have the warrant out for your arrest.
I can't. Is this a joke?
Do me a favor, lift your hands up above your head, please.
I don't have muscle control.
Okay, that's fine.
It's not like.
Put on the other side.
I literally can't. I don't have muscle control. I'm not. Oh my God. Oh my God. Ah.
Hey, man, pay me. Pay me, goddamn. Listen, man, yeah, bro, listen. Shout out to a man, Julian, man. Greatly appreciate you, brother, for the 20 ball on the Cash App, brother. Greatly appreciate you, man. Ain't nothing but some money. Keep up the good work and get lunch on me. Hey, man. I appreciate you, brother. Y'all see it, man.
33 the radio. Can I have a signal for my location for a white male who fell out of a wheelchair?
No, nigga, you knocked him out the wheelchair, nigga. You didn't fall. You knocked him out. And it's on camera. And he finna get paid.
Eventually, a second officer who happens to see what's going on comes over and he helps Mr. Reed back up into his wheelchair.
Can somebody please help me off the ground? I'm paralyzed. Can I get out of my wheelchair?
Yeah, let's help him out. Oh, I was waiting for the paramedics to come there right next door, so.
Broke into your house. See, that's what I'm saying. But some things don't like pelvis. No, we're not. I can't do anything here. Okay, we have to know.
Unlike Mr. Balot, he immediately realizes that something is not.
Come down to sign a piece of paper to handle it all.
And that too, that in itself, the whole tricking them part, bro, I'm pretty sure that's illegal. If I got any lawyers or whatever in there, so on and so forth, that's entrapment. You tell somebody to come down there for something different, right? You tell them to come down there for something different, and then just for the sake of arresting them for something totally unrelated, I'm pretty sure that's entrapment. I could be wrong, but
Then finally, this lady shows up. I'm guessing she's some sort of a transport officer. Best I can tell, she arranges for him to come back in and turn himself back in, buying him a little more time, perhaps to go hire his lawyer or whatever he ended up doing, to avoid actually going to jail.
He came in to settle the matter with the whole warrant thing. All right, so no, that's all.
So you came and turned yourself in?
He came to talk to me about the warrant, so I asked him some questions.
Well, he said he had no recollection of me or anything, and that I could come in and clear it up, that I could sign a sheet of paper to clear it up. And so I just simply came in because, of course, it's mistaken identity, and so now I've been thrown on the ground.
Thankfully, he ended up not actually being arrested on that warrant. The warrant was eventually dismissed, but only after the story literally ran in the Atlanta TV news market. The crazy lady eventually publicly admits that she's absolutely nuts.
listen, man. Listen. The only way, shout out to Brian Banks, man. Where is Brian Banks? We ain't even heard nothing about him, man. I mean, I think they let the brother play a couple of downs in the preseason for the not the Hawks, I'm wilding, for the Falcons, and we never heard from him again. I hope he's doing okay, right? Bro, it literally takes an act of God and a tremendous amount of evidence, undeniable, for a man to be exonerated from a lie. Black, white, Hispanic, Indian. A woman saying that a man did some shit to her, bro. Fucking ridiculous, dog. I hope they fired his ass. I'm gonna look this shit up after this to see if they fired him. I hope they fucking fired him. That shit was just all kinds of what's name. And I hope he got a hell of a settlement I'm pretty positive he did. Let me look this up, man. That y'all sent me. Shout out to my man Joseph. Send me this, alerting me of it on IG.
Nicked in the yard.
Yeah, he got nicked in the yard, but he got bail, let's say, yeah.
Yeah, he got
but
bail.
he was going to trial with it.
He wasn't gonna bust it.
He was not, yeah. So this, basically, you giving them the tape, bust the case for him.
You made sure the case. There's nothing more that
Another
going
thing
after that.
I wanted to clarify as well is that she said, I think I see a clip, because I watched the thing, but she said I see a clip where she was saying that she got arrested. She got arrested and charged and she got probation. Was that for the false allegation?
Yeah, but I think that's cap, because in the video, when she's talking to me one-on-one, she said, I lined it up perfectly. I got him arrested in my house.
Yeah.
The way I played it, I played my chess move, all of that. Later on in the video.
Yo, hey man, this brother right here, man. If he ever wherever you at, man, free beers. You know what I mean? Free drinks, man. Shout out to this brother for going out, getting the fucking confession and helping his man's out and saving his life, dog. Shout out to him, man. Shout out to regular schmegular everyday brothers like this that know a bitch lying, trusting in your mans, and doing what you got to do to get your man out of the biggest fucking jam. And it's over in the UK.
What she's done recently, she's saying my man never got nicked at all.
Yeah.
You can't. She even said 19 times she called the police about the same guy and they never helped. You're not calling the police 19 times about being in a relationship where you're being domestically abused, sexually abused, and they're not going to do anything.
Yeah.
So it's her stories that are just not really.
What do you know of her relationship with your brethren, Denzel?
He's my cousin's brethren.
Your cousin's brethren.
Yeah.
Why do you think she went at him like this?
She broke it down. Have you seen the video? She broke it down. You ain't seen part 2 of the video. I think that's what it is.
Oh, part 2's out?
Yeah. So part 2, she goes into detail when she's talking to me in the gym. She goes into detail and she basically just said, look, I ruined men's lives. I couldn't ruin his. Yeah, she basically put it out. It's like a sick game.
Listen, man, that's another thing too, dog. Be careful, dog. It's some bitches out here, bro. That again, remember the fat bitch that said he need to pay. Remember her? There are literally women out here, bro, that just want to see men suffer. Daddy issues, or they were victims of something early in age, so now they want to make all men pay. Those bitches exist.
Fun for games.
It's like a sick game. It's like a sick game, really. She
What made her decide to confess all this to you, though? What? Just.
Was she bragging? Was it a bragging thing, or was it a thing like she saw you like?
There's half and half in it.
Yeah.
I was honest in my caption. I said, yo, I had to work some charm. And then she was also trying to run a brag and I can do this and that. And it's like, cool, innit? But I still break it down to that. It's the grace of God. All now it's like she didn't have to confess to that level.
Yeah, because she fully
was down in still.
Yeah.
And that's why at first she tried to say it's AI.
Yeah.
At first she tried to say, and then the other day she said, no, my team said it was AI. It wasn't me. And she's saying, look, it is me. Yeah, I did say all of that. And then what did she say in the video? She said she can't even believe that she said all those things to me.
Yeah.
I'll keep saying it's the grace of God.
You forget. You know when you say certain things, your mind forgets.
Nah, you know what?
You said, you get me?
For you to brazenly open up, the whole video is about 7 to 9 minutes long. For you to brazenly open up and confess the things that she was confessing, it's mad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's mad still.
Was he cool with you putting out the video now? Because his name's out there now as well. But obviously,
I'm gonna be honest, I didn't ask him.
You didn't
I'm
ask him.
dead honest, yeah, I
So
did.
what made you decide you want to put it out now then?
That's what I'm saying. Too many things have been happening now. You see what it is? I was really trying to raise awareness. I'm gonna be honest and say it straight. I didn't even put out the video to attack her as such. It was really to show that yo, some of the allegations aren't always true. Men are going. Listen, we all know Mexican went jail.
Yeah, man. Listen, man. That has to happen, bro. Again, it needs to happen. Where shout out to what's the boy name from Chicago, Duty Low, right? The bitch lied and said that he did something to a kid, man. The bitch lied and said that this man was a child predator. For what? These cases need to be fucking promoted the most, dog. To remind the world that women are human beings. They can be evil, they can be spiteful, and they lie. They will fucking lie. Every woman is not telling the truth. For the women that are telling the truth, I hope they get justice and all this shit is on and so forth. Cool, fine, right? But for the bitches that are lying, the worst of the worst of the worst needs to be happening to them, and they need to be made examples out of. Okay? Well, no, if you punish the people, women will be discouraged. No, if you're really a victim of physical abuse, sexual abuse, right? Those two, not the other fucking 37, right? Those two actual abuses, not the other made up bullshit. By all means, report it, and I hope you get the support that you get and the justice and all these different things, right? But you out here just lying on niggas? No.
For the same allegation he didn't do.
Yeah.
This was at the peak. Merckson was going. China U days.
Yeah.
You were badding up the rap thing. He was badding up the grime thing. He was going.
Yeah.
A girl pulled fake charge on Merckson. I'm a fan of Merckson. We all know this. This is public. I'm only saying this because it's public knowledge. It's not like I'm trying to hot him up. This is public. It's out in the public domain. Like a rapper that went jail for an R that he didn't do.
Yeah.
You get me? People will tell you that people who have done time in jail will tell you, bro, there's man on the wing doing R's that they did.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Do you understand?
And the thing is, it's a dark time. And I feel like what you did in exposing the video, and I think even Zizi spoke on it. I see Zizi spoke on it as well today, where she was basically, I don't feel like she was blaming the guys, but she was also just saying that the guys need to be careful about who you. But I think also at the same time, it does feel like it's pushing away the responsibility of what my girl did. You get what I'm saying? But it's true what I'm saying. It's dark times. There's my girl out there. You have to be careful with.
Yeah, man. Listen, man. Hey, you trusting these hoes, bro? You a motherfucking fool. I don't give a fuck how pretty her face is, how big her titty is, how fat the ass is, bro. You need to have a buffer of motherfucking separation, my nigga, and be paying close attention to what the fuck is going around when you dealing with these women out here. Documentation, text messages, pictures, keep all that shit. You never know when you're gonna need it, dog. You never know, dog. You never know. Hope for the best, plan for the worst.
Who you lay down with and what you do. Do you get what I'm saying?
I see Zizi things. Zizi said you can just look at her and tell. I mean,
but man, them don't think that.
Yeah, man, them don't think like that. Like, do you know what I mean?
But she drop a little weight, certain man there, you know what I mean? Like, yes, she's to be honest, I want to lose weight and talk about they want to get rid of parasites and them thing, and want to sit down and chat and want coconut water and that. You get me? Two man's wrapped up, you don't even care. She got like red flags and that.
Man's still gonna think be onto her now.
She has sent other men to jail though. This is mental. She sent multiple men to jail.
Yeah, but you know those
that's facts.
Facts.
With the same allegations.
More or less
the same cases get thrown out now because
this is where we're
on the back of this.
This is what we're all kind of waiting on now. Like, do you know what I mean? Are people now going to say, look, hit up their lawyers and say, look, see, based on this, get my case reopened or whatever. And I think that's where she come with the Jason story, because there's a man that did 7. This is public news. A man did 7 months on remand. He's out of jail now.
Yeah.
And then she's saying, Russ, because she's saying the Denzel guy was abusive towards her. And then I've come along and wrecked her plan to falsely send him to jail. Cool. Then after that, she's saying that her next relationship was with someone else who was abusive towards her too. It's like every man's abusive towards her. And then him now, she was able to get him to get put in jail. But he's out now. And he's the one that's tried to blackmail her for 10 quid. And she said, nah, put the video up. So if you said, nah, you don't want to pay, put the video up, why do you say it was AI? Why do you
And I feel like what people are not like taking into account is that I think the video is actually really damaging and it's scary. Do you get what I'm saying? And I think a lot of people are like dancing around it. Certain platforms you see, like even I think I commented on something with Shea Bread today where it's like, you know what I mean, like set the record straight or something. And even I think I commented on it. I was like, set the record straight. There's nothing to set straight. Like really, what you've done is it's there for everyone to see.
It's dangerous. It's dangerous. And you know, aside from the guys as well, it takes away from the real women that go through the real issue happens to them. You see what I'm saying?
It's victims on both sides. Like the men that are getting these false allegations, I feel people think this men are men do with shit. People don't understand how damaging and hurtful that is to the guys.
Bro, getting locked up, bro, for some shit you didn't do, especially in that nature, because if you get any type of charges like that, worldwide for the most part, I don't know if UK is exactly like America, but bro, you on some, what I mean, some taking pussy type shit, bro. Yeah, you don't have the best of times in jail or prison. Hold on. Did he have the video? Was this the one with the hold on. I'm trying to see if I can find the actual video. Here you go. Got it.
You're killing yourself with fake rape charge. That's it works. You don't have to put in energy to get a fake rape charge, because if it doesn't go according to plan, it'll bounce back on you. And it'll be, obviously, they'll want medical.
I've done all there's evidence. I've been in my clothes back with it. Like, we had sex, yeah? And he's denying that he was even there.
How can you do that if you got arrested in your house?
No, so one was for...
Yeah, but this is what I thought about. This is what I was funny. I thought about him.
Because you know I hate him because he's so much like me. Like, it annoys me.
But Victoria...
So much like me, so I hate him. Pretty much like she's a motherfucking skullduggery ass bitch, and he was on the same level. She was used to fucking people over and fucking niggas over, and that's like they said they're gonna say later on. She couldn't fuck him over. Nigga on the same type of time, bro. Bitches hate that shit, bro. Women literally will hate you, bro, for not being able to get over on you, nigga. This shit is crazy.
Listen to me carefully, yeah? Your thing, your skill is that you can...
Yeah, man. Listen, that's another thing too. Shout out JT. Listen, remember that bullshit that Cheyenne Bryant was talking about? Oh, I need the passcodes to your phone and access to all your social media, from day one. Bitch, if you don't get, bitch, I'm not on fucking parole. I'm not on motherfucking probation. You don't get the fuck out of my face, bitch. Who the fuck are you? How dare you? I'm a grown ass man. You don't pay shit over here, and you telling me on day one I gotta be willing to open my phone up and just give it to you, man? Get the fuck out of my face, bitch. You trying out. I don't even know if I like you.
Protect the victim you want and rape them. That's what you do. You enjoy doing it. Rape charge doesn't mean you've got a victim involved.
No, it doesn't.
It just means
I've just got one over. That's all.
Yeah, but it means you got desperate that you weren't able to hurt him. You pulled a fake rape. You know what I'm saying? So
that's still gonna hurt him. He hates that. And the thing is, he's gonna go out continuing to fuck up girls' lives. Yeah. With an assault charge and a rape charge, he'll think twice about what he does next time when he meets.
He'll think twice about, man. So, hey, man, listen. This is why I say for real, bro. You need some girl cousins or sisters or something, because this bitch need to be beat up. Okay. This bitch need to be beat the fuck up. Next time he'll think twice about it, man.
Next girl.
Yeah, fair
He'll
enough.
think
But
twice
it's a
about it.
fake rape charge. So how do you? What do you want from
A life for a living. Let him have a taste of his own medicine. That's all. Let him continue lying for a living. That's what he does. He spins stories and sells dreams for a living. End of. So when a story spun on him, let him swallow that pill.
But I get your angle, but then you can't say you won or you was able
It's
to
not a
hurt?
game. I'm done. I've pulled back. I've done what I've done. I've played my move. I've moved on. Like,
But you weren't able to hurt. The way you usually like to hurt men, you weren't able to hurt.
well, I did because in the relationship, I continued to cheat on it.
I'm saying this for my fellow criminal defense lawyers. Before you come at us and question how we can defend someone accused of rape, remember this lady. Victoria Everest was secretly filmed admitting she made up an allegation of rape against a man just to...
Listen, man. I'm trying to remember. I think that guy might have been another. And this was a black guy. Hold on, give me a second. I'm gonna find y'all this one. Right. This ain't it, but I just found this in the search.
This story is almost just as wild as that one. This woman from South Dakota traveled to Tampa Bay to cheat on her husband, but wound up facing criminal charges. That's because Renee Skoglund filed a false police report while she was here, and you won't believe what she claimed in that report and why she did it. Fox 13's Gloria Gomez shows us how her trail of lies landed her in front of a judge.
Do you have any questions? Your Honor, if we could request from the court.
South Dakota resident Renee Skoglund is far from home and in legal hot water that even surprised the judge.
This is really unbelievable.
Skoglund's trail of lies started on March 8th of 2023, when she decided to come to Tampa Bay and cheat on her husband.
That she had had consensual sexual intercourse with an individual while in Hillsborough County, that she felt guilty about this due to her marital status, and she wanted to get checked for sexual transmitted diseases.
But she wanted to get tested for free, so she decided to lie again and call 911.
I was just raped.
I'm sorry?
I was just raped.
Okay, how long ago did this happen?
Maybe like 45 minutes ago.
Skoglund made up a story about having car trouble on Interstate 75 and pulling over on the side of the road.
An unknown male approached her, put a towel over her head, and forced her into the back seat of her car.
He put rope on my hands and my feet.
Man, these bitches, whenever the props get involved, man, I'm anytime props is involved.
Because her face was covered, she couldn't describe her attacker, but her story started to unravel when police checked her cell phone and found this Walmart surveillance video of Skoglund buying the rope herself. She confessed to making the whole thing up. She was charged with making a false police report and decided to take a plea deal.
I never sentenced anybody for perjury, but it's a good reminder to everybody that perjury is a crime, and all of the stuff that you made up and the resources expended on it could have been used and probably needed to be used by other cases that were real.
Skoglund will now serve 2 years of community control and 8 years of probation.
Remember the girl? What was the girl name that the black girl that disappeared and she said she got kidnapped? Yep. I'm looking for the I'm trying to find it, y'all. Let me Google it. I think this it right here. Is that Devon Dudley? Devon Dudley in the motherfucking barbershop with Lottie Crowder? And do you get reimbursed for that time when it was a false charge? If it's a false charge, do you get I think that's her name, Kaylon. Do you get reimbursed for that? 'Cause people lose their jobs and they life be fucked up for that, man. So can you file for let me see. Can you be false allegations? No, reimbursed. Can you get compensation? Yeah, can you get compensation? Yes, you can potentially get compensation for being falsely accused through legal action, though it depends on the specifics of the situation. Oh, so you gotta try and sue them. Them bitches po. Yeah, so hell no, them hoes po, man. So you can't sue them and get no damn money. The fuck? No, that's not what I'm talking about. That's not what I'm looking for. I can't find it. I know for a fact I had the thing, but I can't find it. Yeah, that's trash.
Tonight, the state of New York agreeing to cough up $5.5 million to a black man wrongfully convicted of raping author Alice Sebold in 1981. After serving 16 years, Anthony Broadwater was released in 1999, but still had to register as a sex offender until he was exonerated in 2021 when prosecutors re-examined the case.
This court grants defendant's motion.
Now, decades later, after the false conviction derailed Broadwater's life, a life-changing payout is within reach.
For the first time in 40 years, Anthony Broadwater can carry his head high. This is someone who wants to give back to his community. And I think now, for the first time, he's in a position to do so substantially.
Again, man, This shit, like I said, and with the technology that you have now, man, surveillance everywhere, DNA tests, all these different things. This shit should be limited, dog. It should be incredibly limited. It should be even more things of like burdens of proof, dog. And that's why I say, listen, again, I am not saying that, women are not abused, but what I'm saying is if you are abused as a woman, there are so many resources out here for you to immediately seek medical help and assistance. Like the white girl, the last one, used for free. The bitch wanted to get a motherfucking free STD test, so she lied, right? So she pretty much got a rape kit done or whatever, right? There are things that are in place for if you are truly assaulted or violated sexually to get the support and evidence you need to, you know what I'm saying? So again, that's what I'm saying. This shit is crazy, bro.
Was an 18-year-old student at Syracuse University when she was raped in a park near campus. She described the attack and Broadwater's prosecution in a memoir, Lucky, published in 1999. After the attack, Siebold told police that she spotted her attacker on the street. Officers later arresting Broadwater, but Siebold failed to pick him out of a lineup. Broadwater was convicted anyway after Siebold testified that he was her attacker, and prosecutors presented evidence now deemed junk science.
Mr. Broadwater cannot get those 16 years back.
NBC News reached out to Siebold but did not hear back. She told the Associated Press in a statement released through a spokesperson, quote, obviously no amount of money can erase the injustices Mr. Broadwater suffered, but the settlement now officially acknowledges them. Broadwater.
Fuck that bitch. Now this shit right here in the Emmett Till situation, these are the situations right here to where I'm 1,000% pro-black. Fuck them bitches. Lying on black men and fucking their lives up or getting them fucking killed over, yeah, get them the fuck up out of here, bro. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. This bitch done made a fucking, made however much money she made off this fucking book. And again, became the face of a survivor from the person that wasn't a fucking perpetrator. At the end of the day, man, listen. Black men are not these fucking harbingers of domestic violence against women. These major, the leaders of where just niggas can't wait to find a black woman to get rid of. That's not the case, man. Again, we have an intraracial issue with violence that we need to fix. I seen this story going what's name on, I think it's IG, no, on Twitter. A 16-year-old girl just got shot at 2:30 in the morning, ordering a fucking Uber at a Waffle House. Why is a 16-year-old girl out with 4 other young ladies? I don't know if they're underage or not, right? Why is she out at 2:30 in the morning? Where are the fucking parents? Why are you not doing your job? Now she's fighting for her life because buddy shot her ass 4 times. Yeah, man, it's crazy. But hey, we grinding, man. We here every day now, almost, bro. So I greatly appreciate you guys' support. Hey, tell somebody, man. Definitely, share the content. I know I usually do debate night tonight, but I just had to cover this, and I might switch it up before the week's out or whatever. But I just had to cover this, man, because it looks like this is purposely being done to overshadow the non-black men that are violating black women and taking black women's lives right now. That's what it seems like to me, right? They don't want to talk about, these, black sex workers getting unalived by non-black men. Because you have to have this perpetual thing of black men being the boogeyman or being, violent or being like, again, like I said, the shit go hand in hand, unfortunately, man. But listen. Good shit. Oh, hell yeah. Good shit, man. Hell yeah. Thank God. Fuck that bitch. He should be able to sue her for damages too. Hopefully he can sue her for damages. All that shit she earned from them books. Hey, New York might have paid me out, but bitch, hey, I need something from your ass too. Definitely. Especially since you claim I took some ass for you already. Oh, I'm definitely about to get some of that ass now. Bitch lied and said I took some ass I didn't take. Hey, I'm bitch about to get it all out your ass now. Finna pay me, bitch. Fuck out of here. But hey, man, Mr. Fantastic 824 on all social media platforms, man. Greatly appreciate the support. You know what I mean? Tell people about me, man. If they don't already know about me. But that's that on that one. I'm gonna catch y'all next one. Holla, we out.